Hello my dear friends, how are you? I hope I find you all in good health and safe and sound. Welcome. I'm Arith Härger and today I'm here to give a little announcement and then everything will get back to normal and to the usual schedule and subjects on this channel. I just want to tell you that there's been a few changes in my life quite lately, and quite a few changes. One of which is that I'm no longer an archaeologist, that's it. This won't change much here in this channel, I think, and I also doubt it will change anything at my Patreon, because I was already doing independent research for quite some time, and my job as an archaeologist has had little to no weight on the work I've done so far in these two platforms, YouTube and Patreon. I'm making this announcement because, and to my very happy surprise, which gives me hope, there's a considerable amount of people that worry about me and want to actually see me happy. Thank you, my dear friends. So, as you have probably noticed, for the first time in 7 years as a YouTuber, last month I've failed to submit videos on 2 weeks in a row. My apologies, it could not be helped. I've reached a point in my life last year where I had this fervent need to change and, let's face it, urgent need to change my life and to be or to become a better person and to have a better life. Sometimes a better life is presented to us when we change from within, but also change other aspects of our lives. This year, 2024, at the age of 35, I have sought professional help with a psychologist. Things are going well and I'm improving. She is very surprised how I have survived this long without professional help, given the things I went through. And hearing that for the first time, it really dawned on me that better people, stronger people, did not make it and took upon themselves to end it all. I don't think any of us truly realize how much we just keep pushing and hiding inside of us, and we just go about on survival mode and not actually living until you speak out your life story to a professional and they tell you it's surprising you are still around. Sometimes we think we are doing great, but we actually weren't at all. And last year I've reached my limit, so I sought professional help. This has led me into a new road of self-improvement, but such an improvement needs a couple of sacrifices and the willingness to want to change and to want to live as well. I have had a few pleasant surprises, and 2024 has been a really great year for me so far. Good things, good people, better people start to pop out in your life once you open yourself to self-improvement and you overcome your struggles and fears, or at the very least you start to work on them. Anyway, I was out for 2 weeks. I went to northern Spain, to the Asturias, to the peaks of Europe to be more precise. Amazing landscape. It was cold, just the way I like it. Cold, loads of mists, mountain scenery, rain, thunder. I could not have asked for a better weather for myself. Going to the mountains at this period in my life was like some sort of pilgrimage, a point of change, leaving behind the old and embracing the new things in my life. That moment in between to start a new journey towards a better future, hopefully. Anyway, I'm no longer an archaeologist. I have the privilege to no longer continue to be an archaeologist. I'm taking several risks in life right now. One of them is that. I'm trying to focus on YouTube and Patreon, and my patrons give me a considerable amount of money, which has, has been helping me quite a lot in these past years. Without patronage, things would have been far worse, and I very much doubt I would still be here. So obviously, very special thanks to my patrons, but also to all of you who watch my stuff, and there's been a lot of support and love, and I don't think people really know how much they have helped me with their kindness and friendship and love and support. But of course, I'm taking a risk here. I'm not. It's not like archaeology pays that much. As you know, I have had other jobs and other sources of income because, well, around here at least, you cannot just live as an archaeologist. You can barely survive. So I'm getting rid of an anchor that was really pulling me down and stopping me from actually focusing on what I like and on works that actually pay a lot more. Of course, if my patrons decide to leave, I'm simply fucked. But I'm sure I will somehow figure out a way to keep going. That's life. I'm no stranger to shitty jobs. I would rather not, but there are many unpleasant surprises in life. But there's also quite a few very pleasant surprises that, and that's what I want to focus on right now. I want to stop thinking that everything is bad or can go bad. I always imagine the worst possible scenarios. I want to put in my head that things can go well too. There's good in this world, and I have to put in my head that I too can be worthy of that, and good things can also happen to me. I have to stop sabotaging myself and my happiness. You know, it's really hard to come to mind when moments when I was truly happy and I felt that I was actually living. But anyway, archaeology is not for me. Enough of that. I could go on about all the terrible things you have to endure in that profession, at least here in Portugal, all the bad conditions and so on and so forth. I mean, for goodness sake, I was pissing literally where I physically work because we don't have a bathroom. And I don't mean out there in the field because that's normal. I mean in the laboratory, right there on a desk made of stacked crates, on a computer older than me, and that's not a joke, surrounded by cockroaches, flies, mosquitoes, the smell of our own piss, and yes, other stuff, covered in dust, on a place you never see outside, so you never know if it's daytime, nighttime. There's the sound of nothing at all but plumbing and flickering lights and the buzz of mosquitoes. Well, there's so much terrible crap I could tell you about, but no matter. The past is in the past. I'm moving towards a brighter life, hopefully. I'm hopeful. Hope is literally the only thing that kept me going all these years, and the support of my parents, of course, my friends, especially my best friend Teresa, who has always believed in me and in my potential and the love and support of people around here at my YouTube channel and my patrons as well, obviously. But when alone, I had nothing else but hope, mostly as a romantic fantasy in my head, surely, but it helped me to survive. So I'm taking this risk. I have the privilege to take that risk because I have sources of income such as Patreon, and frankly, that's the main thing right now. YouTube never paid much and pays much less nowadays, especially this year. It's not enough to live for more than 2 weeks. This year, I've also started my experimental solo music project called Varum. You can check it in all streaming music platforms. I don't expect that to become a good source of income. Would be great if that happened, but I mean, I've created this project for myself only. In fact, I wasn't going to show it and actually put it out there, but friends and patrons encouraged me to do so. It's more of a hobby for now, to actually have something I like to do other than just work, to express myself in an artistic way, since I could no longer continue with drawing and painting. So it has been good to me, this project, and it helps appear. But anyway, I think you should know that I am taking other risks at life. I'm changing things in my life. I don't think it will affect anything around here. Perhaps just the fact that I might be actually happy if all goes well, and with happiness comes everything else, right? More enthusiasm to work on different things and to improve the existing work. I really have to change things in my life. I'm afraid, of course I am. I want to change, but I fear change at the same time. There's a lot of things that can go wrong, and if they go wrong, there can be a lot of suffering and hardships, and I am well aware of that. However, there's always the chance that things can go well too. I might actually get some good stuff in life. There might actually be some positive improvement. I have to believe in that. But in order for that to happen, I must allow change. I must take risks. And I have to be brave, because there's no bravery without fear. With fear, that's the only time when we can't be brave. So let's see what the future holds. For now, I'm just happy and hopeful. I'm happy I have had the courage to change, to seek professional help, the courage to want to improve, to take risks, but most of all, the courage to live, finally actually live a little. I think ultimately this might actually make me, or turn me into a better person, the sort of person that can find safe harbor within myself, and then everything will flow naturally, and of all of the good things that come with that, and to be more open to the world, and to actually allow myself to live and accept emotions and feelings and express those emotions and feelings. Love may also come from this, and I accepting it, I hope. My dear friends, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your patience and support. This channel will get back on track. On far worse moments in my life, I kept this channel going. So at this point in my life, which is a little bit more positive, I see no reason to stop. So the work continues. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video. And as always, thank you for today. Until we meet again, my dear friends.